Okay, so I'm starting off really crusty looking because this is a makeup transformation. At the end of this video, we're gonna be looking bomb AF, so let's just jump right into this tutorial. Let's do this again.
To start off, I'm using the Dewy Skin Cream from Tatcha.
Okay, so I don't have the primer he used in this video, so I'm gonna be using something I had instead. I'll be using the No Problem by Touch in Soul. I do have a lot of texture on my skin, and it just kind of helps, you know, smooth it out a little bit. And he went in with a beauty blender. I'll normally just rub it in with my fingers, but let's use a beauty blender. And I'm also gonna use a tad bit of the Glamglow Illuminating Moisturizer. So he leaves the primer on for 5 to 10 minutes. I've never heard of that before, but we're gonna do what Spencer says. So I'm just gonna pause, walk around, and then I'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. So we are back in business. To contour, I'm gonna be using the Huda Beauty Tantour bronzer instead. I don't have the ABH contour palette he used in the video, so I'm gonna use this instead. It's very dark and it should do the job.
And I'm going to be placing this product along the perimeter of the face, including the hollows of the cheeks, underneath the jawline, even underneath the lip, and of course the sides of the nose to contour the nose. By using a brush that isn't too dense like the one I'm using, it prevents me from getting too harsh of lines with the product, which is really going to help when it comes down to blending.
Now to color correct, I'll be using my red color corrector or orange color corrector. This is from LA Girl Pro, and I don't want to use my hands, but I guess I got to. I'm really gonna go in there because I have very dark eye bags, so I want to cover it up. I want the pictures to look bomb, so I'm just gonna go in a little bit extra.
My rule of thumb is the deeper the skin tone and the brighter you want to go with your highlight, the warmer you're going to want your color corrector to be. And this will prevent there from being any gray undertones in your makeup.
Oh, wait. Okay, I have more places to color correct than most. So I'm just gonna color correct every single area that's hyperpigmented. I have never color corrected this much in my life. So he used a matte foundation on the lady in the video. I'm gonna be using my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter matte foundation. I'm in shade 420, and I'm just gonna go in with a fluffy foundation brush just like he did.
Today I'm using the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. This is in the shade T15, and it's one of my favorite drugstore foundations.
Okay, now I don't have the Too Faced foundation or the concealers. I should probably look into getting them. But anyways, I'm going to be using the NYX Born to Glow concealer. This one's in Golden Honey. And I'm going to mix it up with the LA Girl Pro concealer, and this one's in Fawn.
I apply it directly underneath the eyes, and I fan it outwards towards the perimeter of her face. If you're not really too sure how far up to bring your concealer, I recommend just following your bottom lash line directly outwards, and that's an almost guarantee of a perfect placement. I'll also be applying this concealer to the chin, down the nose, and the center of the forehead.
Well, I love the way he blends. He just like lightly just taps. I feel like I'm a little bit aggressive when it comes to blending my concealer. So this video has taught me something. You just want to tap lightly, you know? It's not a war.
It's important for me to mention that makeup is art, and I don't believe in teaching someone how to create art. It's very subjective.
You know, I like that he said makeup is art. I feel like a lot of people try to get other people to do makeup, you know, one kind of way. No, I think you should do whatever works for you, you know? Do whatever works for you. If it looks beautiful in your eyes, then honey, go ahead and rock it, okay? That's how I feel. Now to set her concealer, he used the Benai banana powder. I don't have that powder, but I do have the Revolution banana. So I'm going to be using the Banana Deep by Makeup Revolution. I have good and bad days with this powder, so I'm just kind of hoping today is a good day.
I'm using something that has that really rich yellow base to it, so that way it brings that yellow undertone back to life in her face.
Now for face powder, I'll be using this one from Maybelline. It's the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is in number 40.
Now apply this powder with a large fluffy face brush, And then once it's on the skin, I'm gonna go in with a powder puff and really press that powder into the skin.
Now he presses the powder down with a powder puff. I don't have any. I always throw those things away. But now that I know better, I'm gonna be keeping them and using them. But what I'm gonna do is press everything down with my blending sponge instead.
With this powder contour kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills, I'm gonna further emphasize all the areas that we had previously placed the cream contour in.
I'm gonna go in with the darkest shade from this palette. This is from ABH Cosmetics. It's their Shade and Define 10 color contour palette.
At this point, I'm taking those same shades from the powder contour palette and I'm putting it right up underneath the eyebrows. And this will give me that really structured model-esque look that I love.
I'm not sure if he goes in later on with a bronzer, but I think for me it's just best to go in right now with the Morphe Phenom bronzer. Just to kind of give my face a little bit of warmth. I love this bronzer. Oh, jeez. So beautiful. Okay, I think that looks way better. Way better. So now we're actually baking. I feel like I already baked and I'm not really a big fan of baking, but we're gonna go in anyways with the same Revolution banana powder.
And then I'm going to start the brow process. I'm using this Brow Wiz in the shade Soft Brown by Anastasia Beverly Hills.
I broke my Brow Wiz pencil a couple days ago, so I got this one from Loreal. It's the Brow Stylist Definer pencil. This one's in dark brunette.
I was kind of going for a slight 90s vibe for this whole makeup look, so I wanted to keep the brows somewhat on the thinner side. I didn't want to go overboard with this really fluffy, full brow that's really in style right now. I really wanted to keep it clean and simple, but yet dark enough so that it matches her hair.
Okay, so after doing the brows, he goes in with a little bit of the contour. So I'm gonna go back to the BH Cosmetics and use the brown.
We're using a Lifeliner eyeliner by Huda Beauty.
I'm going to be using this eyeliner from Kat Von D. It's the Anti-Precision Smoky Eyeliner.
And we're taking the pencil side of this liner and placing it right in the upper lid lash line. Think of it like contouring, but instead of the face, we're doing it with the eye, and instead of a skin tone or a brown, we're using black. The black is what's going to give the eyeshadow that we put on top of it the depth and richness that we want. I'm bringing this halfway up into the crease, so that way we can add some contrast to the lid and the crease itself, so we can have that illusion that there's a large open eye. It's going to look really beautiful when I'm done.
Alright, now I think I got it contoured. It's not as perfect just because this has a huge tip. It's not sharp or anything like that. I'm just going to go ahead and blend with a blending brush. Oh wow, this is so hard to blend. This is very sticky. Now I always use a dark or a black eyeliner or gel liner whenever I'm doing a black smoky eye, but it never really occurred to me to do the exact same thing for a blue smoky eye. So yeah, this is actually not a bad idea. Now for this eye look, I'm going to be using the James Charles and Morphe palette. It's been through thick and thin with me. It was a little crusty. I'm just going to be using these two eyeshadows at the bottom. I'm going to start by taking this one, the darker one. And just like he did, I'm just going to take that towards the end here.
I'm starting out with the shade Undertaker, which is a really deep navy blue, and I'm placing that on top of wherever I place the black liner.
Now for the second shadow, I'm going to be using this one, which is more of a metallic blue. I'm just going to go in with a small blending brush, and I'm just going to make sure to blend the edges.
Once you have those edges diffused, I'm going to take our Huda Beauty pencil again and run that through the waterline. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to take it back and reline the upper lid as well.
Now for my bottom lash line, I'm going to go in with the same blue, this one here.
And I'm going to slowly start smoking out the bottom lash line.
And I'm just going to go back in with a small blending brush and just buff it so it's nice and even.
The last eyeshadow we'll be using is the shade Priceless. And with a detailed blending brush, I'm going to place that right at the brow bone, and this will really help make it pop.
I like to clean up my brows, so I'm going to go ahead and clean it up. I'll be using my Fawn concealer from LA Girl. I'm just gonna go in with some brow gel. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills. For my brow bone, I'm gonna be using this one here. It's kind of a nude-ish color. I don't have the Better Than Sex mascara. I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara instead. I'm gonna be using these old lashes. These are from Mystic Lashes. I lost the packet, but I'm gonna leave everything in the description box. Anyways, I'm just gonna go off camera and fight with the lashes, because over here lashes is an extreme sport. I wish I could do it on camera, but not at this time, guys. He uses a light contour shade from his contour palette. I think I'm gonna go in with these two. I'm just gonna kind of mix them together and just sweep all of that off. Baking just really dries out this area of my eyes. It dries it out so bad. It just looks like I'm old. So I'm gonna find a way to fix it. I do have a way of fixing it, thankfully, but I'm just gonna fix it towards the end of the video. So for now, I'm not sure if you guys can see it or not. I'm trying to look through my viewfinder, but I am short-sighted, so I can't see anything. If you guys can see, just ignore it for now. I'm just gonna move on to lips, and I'm gonna fix that before we end the video. To line her lips, he went in with the same cream contour, so I'll go back in with my Huda Beauty Tantour.
I used the Bellini banana powder to bake the jawline, and now I'm starting the lips. So get this, for lip liner, I'm actually going back in with that cream contour color that we used from the Anastasia Beverly Hills cream contour kit.
Okay, now for lipstick, I'm gonna be using this one from Shayla in ColourPop. This one, Slow Down. One of my favorite peach glosses is this one from Steve Laurent, and this one's called Posh. So I'm going to use that on top of the lipstick.
Of course, I'm going to be extra and add a gloss.
I don't think this lip gloss is glossy enough, so I'm just going to go in with the MAC lip gloss.
And I'm going to place that all over the lip, and that will brighten it up while giving it a really beautiful shine.
I'm just clearing up the edges of my lips. I'm just using a foundation. I prefer to use a foundation as opposed to a concealer. This one's the Maybelline Superstay foundation in 356, and I'm just gonna set it a little bit just because this area tends to crease. So I'll be using the Maybelline Fit Me powder, and this one's number 30. For blush, I'm going to be using this blush palette from Alama Cosmetics, and I'm going to be using the one in the middle. I don't really like the way that looks, so I'm gonna switch. It doesn't look bad, but I don't think it's doing it for me today. I'm just gonna switch to my ABH Cosmetics Bellini blush palette. I'm gonna go in and use this one here. This one's called Peach Please. Now, just like he did, I'm gonna go in one last time with my mascara, the same L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. For setting spray, I'm going to be using the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist.
That by using this, it'll help make the skin look alive again.
I think that's more than generous. I'm pretty much soaked in it. So I'm going to give it a few minutes. I don't have a fan. I wish I did. Okay, now that that's dry, for highlighter, I'm going to be using this Illuminator from Iconic.
And in case you forgot, we took this natural beauty from this and turned her into a glam goddess.
Okay guys, so we've come to the very end of this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup transformation. I feel like I learned a lot of things from this tutorial, and the biggest thing being that just putting a black liner or a black base underneath your eyeshadow is, you know, game changing. I used to only do it for black shadows, like whenever I was doing like a black smoky eye, but it looks so good under the blue. I just love I love it. If you enjoyed this makeup tutorial or this makeup transformation, please make sure to give this video a like. I will be doing many more makeup transformations because, like I said earlier, what I love most about makeup is the ability to just transform, to just switch it up. I'm a switch it up kind of girl. So if you guys are in for more makeup transformations, please let me know in the comment section. If you're new here or if you're yet to subscribe, please go ahead and subscribe. Thank you guys so much. I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.